Well, these days, doing your taxes is as easy as doing exactly what I'm doing right now, sitting in front of a computer. I'm neighborhood reporter Matt Sizemore, and I talked to a tax expert to find out what's new this year and when it might be time to ditch that software and see a professional. It's tax time, and at this point, you should have already received your W 2 form from your employer, with any others being sent out by mid February at the latest. So, when is a good time to safely begin knocking out your taxes?
So I'd say mid-March is more the appropriate time that you say, okay, I think I have everything, but just be aware of, what you've submitted in the past or what you've received in the past and just double check.
The biggest change people might see is a little more room in the 12% tax bracket, so anyone in the $80,000 salary range might breathe a little easier.
The top of the 12% bracket was about 83,000 last year. Now it's 89,000 for the tax year 2023. So that means if you're kind of at that income, you're more likely to be in the 12% rate versus the 22% rate. So any dollar taxed above that line would be taxed at 22.
Personally, I've used tax software for several years because my tax situation is pretty simple and straightforward. But I have always wondered if I'm missing out on a bigger return by not seeking out a professional service. So, when should you seek one out?
If you have rental income or investment income or multiple jobs, or you're looking for deducting different things like itemizing like charitable contributions, medical expenses, those are, can be overwhelming for the average person.
Another reason to see someone, you end up owing money on your taxes year after year.
If they didn't withhold enough and now they owe, I help try to solve that problem where, okay, maybe we should withhold extra from your paycheck each month and we can help you figure that out. Because if you just did it with the software and didn't do anything after that, then guess what? You're going to owe next year probably isn't just as much.
And just to throw a few tax tips out there, if you're someone who donates a good amount of items to charity, you could be missing out.
Most people I meet with, they give clothing, goods out, and they just throw away the receipt. And that's something that they could easily save the receipt and report on their tax return.
Lastly, if you can, e-file those taxes.
Eager to get your tax return submitted early. Just make sure you have all your tax documents before that time, and then try your best to e-file, not paper file, because it's just taking a lot longer to process.
And wishing you a happy tax season with hopes of a big return, I'm Matt Sizemore, Idaho News 6.